we found our new trailer. 804443. It's loaded, ready to go. Frito-Lay chips. We're at Frito-Lay here. This is the empty trailer that I brought over here. So I'm finna park it right here next to our new trailer, disconnect from it, come back and hook up to this trailer, and we'll be on our way to Charlotte. Alright, then we're hooked up to our new trailer, loaded full of Frito-Lay chips. We're just gonna go back here, check our lights, kick our tires, make sure all that's good to go. Look at the brakes, make sure the seal's on here, get our seal number too. What is it? 4987632. Remember that. Lights look good. Bada boom, bada bang. We'll go in here, check our paperwork, look at the brakes, do all that. All right, and we'll get the weight of the load. All right, so we've gone ahead and got our bill of lading here. We are 8,000, let's see if I can focus on that, 8,445 pounds. So we're extremely lightweight. So that means that we're gonna get extremely good fuel mileage if we're traveling at about 65 miles an hour. And we shouldn't consume very much fuel. And we will drop this off tomorrow and we will reload and head on out again. This load is also paying, let me see here, $1,525.14 on, that was $1,525.14 on 642 loaded miles. That includes 60 miles of deadhead, and JB Hunt actually pays you the fuel for the deadhead empty miles, so we're not losing anything on deadhead. So let's get it on down to Charlotte, get paid up tomorrow, and then we will reload and head on back out with a new load. All right, so for whoever's calling out JB Hunt, you need to understand that you were a entire truck length behind me when I started to get over. You decided to speed up and try to like tailgate me. So you're an idiot.
What, you don't do the same speed limit?
We're also in a construction zone where the speed limit is 55, dumbass.
Then they can fucking slow down.
You want me to slow down? See the sign right here? Work site, 55.
Yeah, that's why you're speeding over, bitch.
Okay, look, I'll take the next exit. You can call me a bitch to my face.
Fat motherfucker. Y'all want some cheese with that one?
Okay, here comes the exit. Don't pass it. What's US Express paying you, like 55 cents a mile or some bullshit?
Where's the U-Haul?
I'm saying you're speeding and chasing all them miles hardcore for what, $2,000 a week or something crazy like that? Okay, you told me just past the exit. And that, my friends, is an example of a truck driver.
He wasn't gonna get off, he got off anyhow.
Yeah, we all know he wasn't gonna get off. He was just talking that shit. That is an example of a truck driver. Talks a lot of shit, but ain't got no action behind it. All right, that's it for today. We drove about 550 miles today, and I hope this guy didn't hit my truck. And we're gonna drop this load off tomorrow in Charlotte, North Carolina, in the morning. We got about 6.5 hours to drive, and that'll be April 1st, and that's gonna be the start of our assessment of just doing power only for 30 days to see how much we make. So Tune in next weekend for the video for this whole week's of loads and expenses. Like, comment, subscribe, please. There goes the convoy. So that's literally the Freedom Convoy. Wow. Leaving Washington, D.C. Big old lot of them in there. All right, so we just filled up right now. What did we get? It looks like 630 and something for 123 gallons. We bought it fuel for $5.29 a gallon. All right, according to the computer on the truck, it says we're getting 5.6 miles to the gallon. We were getting over 6 miles to the gallon last night. This is how many miles we've traveled so far. Now, we did idle all night, so we filled up with 123 gallons, was it? Let me make sure I got that correct. Okay, 123 gallons we filled up with. So if we do the math, we'll round that up to 700 miles. The total trip is 700 miles. So if we take 700 miles, that includes deadhead, and divide that up into how many gallons you bought, 123 gallons. We got 5.6 miles to the gallon, almost 5.7 miles to the gallon. That includes all of our miles, deadhead and loaded miles. So it's going to take 123 gallons to get there, judging by my math. And that includes idling all night. So how many gallons would it take to get 700 miles? Well, if you take 700 and divide, 700 is our total distance, deadhead and loaded miles, divide that up into 5.6 gallons per miles per gallon, it would take us 125 gallons of fuel to do this load. So if we take 125 gallons and we times that by the price of fuel, which we just paid was, what was that? What did we just pay for fuel? I think it was 523. 5.20 or 528. It was 528. Okay, fuel was 528 a gallon. It would cost us $660 for this trip. So that's coming out of our load, obviously. So 1525 minus 625 to do it. So we're gonna only make $900 off of this one day. And we have a load picking up right out of there in Charlotte, headed to Ohio. So we'll pick that up next. All right, we made it to our drop here in Frito-Lay in Charlotte. So we've dropped our load off. We got 6 miles to the gallon, so that's good. Fuel's really high right now, so that really affects our bottom end. But we got 6 miles to the gallon. We're here at Frito-Lay. We dropped our load in Charlotte. I just hooked up to the empty trailer right now, and we're gonna go ahead and head on over to Concord, NC. And we're gonna pick up our load that's going to Ohio, and I'll give you guys the details on that. All right, here's the next load. A bunch of red Solo cups. We'll seal this up, and I'll give you guys the details here in a bit. What's up, guys? All right, so today it's the next day. It's Saturday. You saw yesterday on Friday, I dropped off that load to Frito-Lay, and I want to talk more about that load right now, just to summarize that. And then after I dropped that off, I ran over there and deadheaded 36 miles to go pick up a loaded trailer full of red Solo cups. So, but back to that load that came down from Ohio down to Carolina. That load was paying $15.25 and 14 cents. It was 59 miles deadhead and 642 miles loaded. JB Hunt pays you for the fuel cost to deadhead, so that doesn't come out of your expenses whatsoever. They cover that as well. So the load was 700 miles total with the deadhead. We got about 6 miles to the gallon because the load was extremely light. It was, you know, just over 8,000 pounds. So we did average 6 miles to the gallon. So we used about 116 gallons. I think that's right. Let's see if my math is right. 100 miles for the load at 6 miles per gallon. That's 116 gallons. So we'll take that and multiply that by the price of fuel, $5.29. We spent $617 for a load that paid $1,525.14. So 15.25.14, divide that by 116 gallons. What am I doing? I'm sorry, guys. I just woke up, literally. Minus $616 for fuel. That's what the truck made, $909.14. Now, I immediately picked up the next load right after I dropped that off. It was supposed to deliver today at like 9:15 in the morning back in Ohio, but I decided to stay in Carolina over the night and reschedule because I wasn't gonna make it. I was gonna fight the clock. I wasn't gonna make it, so I rescheduled for Sunday, first thing in the morning, 6:45 a.m. And I spent the day out here, or the evening, with my sister, so that was cool. So this next load, talk about that I'm taking back to Ohio, it's going to Sam's Distribution, which is basically Walmart. So that load is paying, this load of red Solo cups, $1,627.13. 36 deadhead miles, 466 loaded miles. The rate per mile on that is $3.49 per mile, and it's like a 9-hour drive, really like eight and a half. So just like a day at work, just the entire day. So that's $3.49 a mile, and that should, how much fuel are we going to use for that? We're 33,000 pounds, I think. We're over 30,000 pounds, so it's going to be a little bit heavy, but if we do our math correctly, see how much fuel we're gonna get. We're gonna try to, I'm gonna guess and say we're gonna get 5 miles per gallon. We're gonna try to get 5.5, but if it's we'll just call that 500 miles, right? 500 miles, because that includes deadhead and loaded. So how much fuel we're gonna use, and divide that by, let's say, 5 miles per gallon. We should use 100 gallons to get that load completed. We'll times that by whatever fuel is. Fuel is very high right now. That's what's eating up a lot of our money. But we'll say, you know, the average price of fuel is $5.29, like we just filled up with. Oh, what did I just do? 100 gallons times 5.29. We should spend $529 in fuel to complete that. So if we'll take 627 minus 529, we're gonna hope to make about $1,100. If I can get better fuel mileage, I'm gonna try to get 5.5. Obviously that's gonna increase our profit margin. But guys, that's how high fuel is right now. Fuel is so high, like literally what's costing us $500 and $600 to do these, you know, I don't know, 700-mile runs, 500-mile runs, maybe even $1,000, used to only cost like literally half that, $300. Instead of $600, fuel is $300, so that increased our profit margin. But yeah, that's what it is. So get this one completed too. But you know what, I said that was like an 8-hour trip or whatever. It's really about 7 hours by car. So being that we're in a truck, it'll probably be more like 8 hours, because I'll be, you know, stopping for fuel, taking a 30-minute break, maybe something like that. So 8 hours. All right, so I'm on 64 and I was just cruising along, and I'm obviously in the mountains, and so I'm high up in the altitude, and I heard something go boom. It sounded like an explosion. It literally, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh shit, that sounded like I just lost a trailer tire, like a trailer tire had blown up. And I seen a bunch of debris coming up from the top of the trailer. Ooh, what is that? So I seen a bunch of debris coming from the trailer at the top in my mirrors, because obviously I'm looking at, that's what it was, the tire blew up. Yep. Well, now we gotta call JB Hunt. We're gonna call JB Hunt and get them to send somebody out here, but that tire blew up. Everything else is good. This is a good looking tire too, but it blew up. I don't know why. There it is, it's shredded right up there. So I don't know why it blew up. The pressure seemed like it was okay. It seemed like we had good air pressure. I did my pre-trip this morning, but hell, I don't know what happened. It happens though. This is an old trailer as well, so go ahead and call JB Hunt, get a tire guy out here to change that tire out. We'll be on our way. And while I'm waiting on the tire guy to come out here, I'm gonna go ahead and start marinating my pork chops. That way we can have dinner tonight. Look how beautiful the water is. We'll get a canoe or a kayak and come fuck it up. While we were waiting on the tire man to show up, I decided me and Miss Daisy's gonna have some hamburgers. She's gonna have a turkey burger because I hate turkey. It's probably good for the dog. And I've got a jalapeno infused beef burger with some A1 steak sauce and mayonnaise. Tire man has shown up, so he'll get started here pretty soon. Yup. Just blew up. Oh look, wow.
Something might have hit it.
Maybe. I didn't run shit over in the road. That's weird. It might have already been bad when I picked it up.
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
That big ass dog. Oh shit. Big ass dog. Uh-oh, he gonna do it right there. Damn, yo. Daisy, you see that? You see that, Daisy? Oh, I took a big ass shit. All right, I'm gonna close the video out here. This video is gonna be too long as it is. So anyways, the tire's gonna get replaced. We're gonna get back on the road and we're gonna deliver this load tomorrow morning. Tune back in for, you know, the continuation of Power Only.